Today on the Michael and Trevor show, we're going to be talking about the summer blockbuster F1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Michael and Trevor show. I'm Trevor,
And I'm Michael.
and on today's breakdown, we're going to be talking about the summer blockbuster hit F1.
Yeah, let's get into it. Just a little overview. The movie was directed by Joseph Kosinski, also directed Top Gun Maverick, Tron Legacy, some other big movies as well. And then Lewis Hamilton, one of the actual F1 drivers, helped produce the movie as well, give some input, which is pretty cool. This movie stars, we have Brad Pitt, obviously as Sonny Hayes, Damson Idris as Joshua Pierce, Javier Bardem as Ruben, and then Carrie Condon as I think her name's Kate. Yeah, Kate. So those are the four really big stars in this movie.
Absolutely, and the movie definitely revolves around these characters. There
Yeah,
are some smaller characters, but we're not going to get too deep into that.
yeah, for
A nice little spoiler-free breakdown of this. A Formula One driver comes out of retirement to mentor and team up with a younger driver. That's pretty much the whole movie, honestly.
yeah, pretty much the whole movie. We're gonna get into talking about what we thought about the whole plot and everything like that. But first of all, me and Trevor saw this movie in 4DX, so we got to talk about
Yes, let's talk about this.
that.
So there is a 4DX theater we went to around the King of Prussia Mall in Philadelphia. I've been there before. This is Michael's first time,
Yeah,
and we actually got tagged along by a few other people. My girlfriend and one of our other good friends came with us, which was pretty cool.
yeah. Shout out Danny.
And Megan.
Um, so yeah, this was my first time going to 4DX. I didn't know what to expect. I knew that 4D meant like there would be like effects like smoke or something or like
Smoke, motion,
motion.
sound,
Yeah,
smell,
because I
rain,
did the 4DX show in Disney. I think it's like is it like the Bugs
Bugs
Life
Life.
or
Yep.
something. When I was younger, that was pretty intense, but I was not expecting how much the seats would like shake in this. It was actually kind of crazy.
It felt like we were in the Formula One car.
Yeah,
And as a person who loves, racing, this was super, super cool.
yeah.
If you can go see it, go do it.
Yeah, I
Because
don't know if you have to be like near a major city or something to find 4DX, but we thankfully have one a little over an hour away, and that might have made my rating a little bit more biased for the movie, but it definitely elevates the experience. So
it
definitely do
does.
it.
And some people think it's a gimmick. I think for a movie like this, it actually heightens the experience
Oh yeah,
because the movie is filmed kind of like, well, and you'll hear this comparison, Top Gun Maverick.
yes,
So you know how if you've seen the movie Top Gun Maverick, you're in the cockpit, you get first person view of a lot of things, similar style to this movie. You felt like you were in the car, it was moving, you were going with it. You felt the rain, you felt the wind, you felt the emotion. Thought it was a very fun experience. If you can see that or any 40X movie, go do it.
yeah. I think this was your idea. I don't remember whose idea it was to do this,
I
but
think it was
I'm
mine.
glad. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. I kind of wish I saw. I'm sure Top Gun was or
Mhm.
Maverick was in that too. That
And
would have been cool.
my girlfriend took me to see Beetlejuice for the first
Mm.
time in 40X. Fantastic experience. So it's 2 for 2 for 40X. Hopefully 3 for 3, 4 for 4. We'll see what movies are coming along here, but
Yeah.
it's a nice little breakup of watching, movies every day at Regal.
Yeah, for sure. And it was a longer movie too. I think this movie was a little over 2.5 hours. Um, so there were like I was getting a little uncomfy at some parts, maybe.
I mean, it shook you
With
around a
yeah,
good
with it
bit.
shaking, but overall, I mean, it's cool. Like every racing scene, you're just moving around. I liked it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's get into like what do you think of the movie?
So I really love the movie. If
Yeah.
you have ever seen any sport movie,
Hmm.
Um, it is a little bit formulaic, which I'm okay with. I know a lot of people have talked about how this is a pretty much paint by numbers film. You know what's going to happen if
Yeah.
you've watched any
You're
movies.
sure like a car accident's gonna happen
hmm
or like there's
There,
gonna be some big
there's
event.
going to be a rise. There's going to be a fall. There's going to be somewhat of a villain.
A
It's
love story
a
a
love
little
story.
bit.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
basically if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, kind of like that in a car. But I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, personally me, I eat that up. I eat that up all day, every day. Like this movie is one that I know when it comes into streaming, like I'm gonna watch this a million more times. Like
Yes.
some people don't like the formulaic plot of the movie. I eat that up. Like I'm telling you, when this comes out, I'll probably watch this movie about like 5 to 6 more times this year. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
And we loved it, and so did a lot of other people. This movie, I think, already has like $155 million at the box
Wow,
office in the opening weekend.
it's about half the money they spent. I think they spent
Yes,
like 300.
so we're not alone in loving this movie. Granted, F1 is huge all around the world, so
Yes.
there's grew a lot of fans there.
Yeah, me and
There were
Trevor don't watch F1 at all, so I know there were some gripes with like people who like F1. It's like, oh, there's so many things that are unrealistic to actual F1, but again, like it's a movie.
it
But
is a
I'm not a
movie.
fan, so I can't say anything.
And I think to boil this down, this is a summer blockbuster popcorn film.
Yeah.
You're going to eat your popcorn. You're going to love every second of this movie. You're going to feel the highs. You're going to feel the lows. There's emotion to it.
Yeah.
There actually is a good bit of emotion,
There's a good
honestly.
bit to it. I mean, Brad Pitt is like the star, I would say. I mean, Dan Damson Idris
Hmm.
is uh the basically his teammate there. I thought he did really well. Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, Carrie Condon, Brad Pitt. What did you think of like his performance? Like, was he nominated for coming off? I mean, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was like 2019, but like I thought that or 2021. I thought that performance was pretty good. I thought this one was just like fine. It was good.
I
I
thought it
didn't
was a
think,
fun. He's not going to win any awards,
yeah,
but he was fantastic for what he had to do.
yeah,
Was the movie a little cheesy in some parts? Yes. I'm okay with that.
yeah,
This isn't supposed to be, I don't know, 1917. This is a
yeah,
fun Hollywood summer
yeah.
blockbuster.
Like I like the cheesy like when Javier was like or whatever his character's name was, he was like or someone had said like we don't have the car, and then he was like no, we have the driver or like something just so corny like that. But I eat that up. I love it. I think it's funny.
It is funny. And it's one of those things, it's a kind of quotable movie, I guess. The more you more watch this, you'll make a joke about, a line or two that was said in the movie. So
Yeah. But
that's cool.
again, like, yeah, I don't know. I like the plot. I like the actors. I think everyone did good.
Hmm.
I mean, racing, I'm into it now. I mean, I'm one of those like bandwagon people now. I've seen the movie, and then I think there was like a race the next day. We watched it. It was like Saturday morning. That was awesome. That was cool to watch. It wasn't as like intense as the movie. Obviously, the movie they make it all dramatic,
Hmm.
dramatic finish, but F1's pretty cool.
F1 is cool. And it's becoming more popular in the US, from my understanding,
Yeah,
due to people like Lewis Hamilton, who are big names in sports, and he's younger too.
yeah.
So,
And some of the F1 guys showed up in the movie, I
yeah,
think,
which
right? Yeah.
also, did you catch Liam Hemsworth in the movie, or Chris Hemsworth in the movie? He
What?
was in there for like two
Oh, yeah,
seconds.
yeah. What? He was in like the stands or
Yeah, he
something,
was
right?
just in the stands.
Yeah, a
So
little cameo.
watch out for him if you're watching the movie. It's pretty funny. I was like, whoa, Thor, look at that.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked everything. I mean, the music, I liked the album, like the songs. There was like a song with Don Tolliver, Tate McRae,
Chris
Yeah,
Stapleton,
Chris Stapleton, Rosie,
Ed
Rose.
Sheeran.
Yeah. So it was more like poppy. I don't know.
Mhm.
I like pop music, so I liked the album. Some other people might not as much.
And I think the music that they had in the movie fit perfectly with the scenes.
It did, yeah.
Also, Hans Zimmer did the score for this movie,
Hmm.
which was a fantastic score. You could tell it's a Hans Zimmer, um, score just based off of his multitude of previous things. But I think they did a very good job with the score, plus the pop hits that were in there. It had a good beat to everything.
Yeah.
Like I could see myself listening to the soundtrack or just orchestral, you know, uh, songs.
Yeah, I've been listening to it a little bit. It's good. But
Yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, we kind of like ran through a lot of it with the movie. I'm just like excited. I really like it. I'm excited to see it again.
absolutely.
Again, it's kind of got that plot with like a lot of things that you expect coming into it. Like, is there anything that really surprised you throughout the movie?
There was something that happened that also happened to another character. A crash that happened, and then another character got to a
Oh,
crash.
yeah.
That's the only thing that kind of surprised me.
The second one. Yeah.
The second one surprised me. And also that slight turn of a villain that happened towards the end of the movie,
Oh, right.
I think
The
surprised me
the
as
investor
well.
guy?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was needed. There had to be some sort of, oh, what the heck's going to happen? They had to overcome an obstacle, another obstacle that wasn't part of the racing. And I think they did a good job. I mean, it's kind of run of the mill, but I'm okay with it. I truly am okay with it.
Yeah. No, I thought it was cool. And especially in the 4DX, like when the one crash happened, I mean, spoiler, there's going to be like an accident. I mean, anyone could guess there's probably going to be some like crazy accident for the movie. But I remember our theater was actually really good in terms of not a lot of people talking or
Uh-uh.
anything. But when that happened and the car just went like flying in the air, everyone was just like silent. And I think the seats like moved back. It was cool.
And it helped being immersed in the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like if we watched it without the 40X, we would have still absolutely
Oh yeah,
loved it,
I've talked to a few people and they still loved it. Yeah,
which is awesome.
yeah,
I will say there were, I guess, a little bit of like leaks of the film because they did film this movie at actual F1 races.
oh
They
yeah,
have filmed some things. So if you follow any movie news, you know what was going to happen at the end. It's a standard run of the mill sports movie. The good guys win.
yeah. Hey, but I didn't know if they were gonna. Well, actually, that spoils it. I don't want to say what happens,
Not
but
yet.
let's just say, yeah, I was happy with how that final race they did,
Hmm.
how they did that.
And there was a callback. So throughout the entire movie, Brad Pitt's Sonny has something to do. He has these playing cards that he
Yes,
throws and
yeah,
throws and throws, and I feel like at the end of the movie, it tied it up nicely.
yeah. Well, and before every race, he puts one
He
in his
puts one in his
pocket.
pocket
Yeah,
just for good luck. And there's things that they don't really talk about too much, but they actually, I think, they do a good job developing some of the characters,
yeah,
even without not even telling us stuff, just based off their mannerisms. I think they did a good job. So kudos to the writers for that.
yeah. I don't know. It's like a
It's
feel good movie, summer blockbuster. You can't ask for much more. I think this might be my no, probably my second favorite movie this year, behind Sinners, but definitely best like whatever type of movie you call this, like sports movie or something I've seen in a while.
yeah.
Original one.
I do want to say I think it was very cool that they actually were racing. I don't know if you knew this, but all of, like Brad Pitt and Damson Idris were actually racing the cars.
I'm not surprised because I feel like once you learn it, like it's safe enough that they could do it
Mm-hmm.
once they learn how to use the cars.
I mean,
Because
it's
they're
scary, but I mean,
yeah,
I've been in like those little go karts that got up to like 80, 90 miles an hour.
it's kind of like
And I
that.
was like, whoa, this is freaking crazy. I can't do
I
that.
don't think they go to 90 miles per hour.
Dude, the ones in I was in one in California. I swear in my life it was 90 miles an hour. I was freaking out. I felt like an F1 driver, I guess.
Yeah, and those things are. I mean, the cars are work because I think about like how much they wreck them and stuff. Don't they cost like millions of dollars to
Millions,
make?
yes.
I mean, it is like for you got Ferrari and all these like brands or whatever, but
But
that's crazy.
the filming, crew was very smart. They
Yeah.
actually used F2 race cars,
Oh,
modify them to look like F1, so
I don't even know what that
they
means.
were, not going through expensive cars as fast. No,
Was the
and
accident real? No,
I don't know about
no,
that.
they definitely didn't make the. They maybe made the car go flying. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that
They had a big
happens.
budget,
Yeah, they
so
did it. So I know we love the movie. It's a fantastic movie, but do we have any gripes with it? Do we have anything we wish we could change? I know the run time was about 2.5 hours. How do you feel about
yeah.
that?
Honestly, and again, it might be because we saw it in 4DX that we were just so immersed in it the whole time. I mean, any movie I think that is 2.5 hours long usually could be cut down like 20, 25 minutes. I thought maybe that could have happened, but again, there wasn't any point where I got really bored.
Mm-mm.
I guess the second accident that happened was that like necessary to do, and that's where it maybe got a little bit slow. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the 2.5 hours I spent watching that.
I agree with you. There was, I feel like, a little of an unnecessary love section of the movie
With Brad Pitt
where
and
Brad Pitt and the engineer, the main engineer.
Carrie Condon's
Yes,
character. I don't remember what her name was, but
I thought it was nice. I mean, it's in every type of movie like
yeah.
that.
Well, their thing wasn't that good. Like they were okay. They were
Correct.
okay together. It wasn't like it wasn't really about them
Mm-mm.
uh too much. Like I'm pretty sure that was just I don't know if they ever talked again after that. Right? Because they show the end scene where he's like in
He's off doing something
yeah.
fun.
But you thought it was unnecessary like when they went to they were playing poker or whatever.
I like that. That
Yeah.
was a nice bringing the team
Yeah,
back
bringing the
together.
team
Oh,
together to
it
get ready.
was very
So
fun.
basic, but I love it.
So we really don't have that many gripes with it,
Yeah,
which is
honestly, I
awesome.
don't. Maybe I should. Again, it's not a perfect movie. Like it is a little bit cheesy sometimes, but
But cheese is
I loved
good,
it. Yeah,
especially on burgers.
yeah, and I like all the actors. Honestly, I haven't seen. Well, obviously, besides Brad Pitt, I haven't seen
I mean, Javier
Idris.
Bardem,
Well,
we
no,
known about him. No Country for Old Men,
I haven't seen Idris or Damson Idris
Damson
in anything.
Idris. Supposedly, Damson Idris might actually play Black Panther in Secret War or
Oh,
Doomsday,
really?
which I could. He has that swagger to him
Oh, I
that
could
I
see
think he
it.
could be
One hundred
fantastic.
percent. Yeah,
Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, but I think it's time for
them
the
to
moniker
recast
to
it. Yeah.
the moniker to continue. So yeah, technically the sound design I think was fantastic in it. You felt like you were there. You felt the crowd.
Oh, you
You
felt the
felt like you were
crowd. Yeah.
inside of a race car. Effects wise, I couldn't really distinguish between CGI and practically.
I couldn't either.
So
Yeah.
props to them.
We were pretty close to the theater. We had good
Yeah,
seats.
we had really good seats. Now here's the question: did you feel the speed of the car? Could
Feel
you
this.
felt like you were going 180 miles an hour
Uh,
in the car?
I definitely like a. I don't know if I felt like I was like in the car
Mm.
like that. I didn't have like G force
Right.
like coming at my face, but um, it definitely helped. Like the how they did it with the seats and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was 3D, we didn't see it in 3D.
I
I feel like that
don't
would have
think
been
there
an
even was a
experience.
3D,
Oh, okay.
but that would have been sick.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
So, as a person who has never watched F1 in my entire life, I think they did a good job giving me a background
Yeah.
of kind of how stuff works and whatnot, and the different companies that make the cars and people
Yeah.
race on that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Not at all.
That's
So
cool.
this movie's not
Yeah.
just for F1 lovers. This is anyone who loves a good movie,
Oh yeah.
and they will teach you. And they actually, if anything, this kind of gives me a little bit more interest into watching racing.
Yeah, me
Granted,
too.
nothing's going to be as exciting as going through those whatever 8, 10 horses and being in the seats or with the
Yeah. But I mean, I've tried watching NASCAR before and they race for so like this is only 70 laps. They race for like under an hour. So it's actually watchable. Like I don't know. Have you tried watching NASCAR? It's like 3 hours long. Like they're just going in a circle. I kind of like
yeah.
not to hate on NASCAR.
And I think the F1 is kind of cool because it is a team.
Yeah, that aspect of it's interesting, but they are still competing.
They're competing, but they also have to have the team win. They score. It's an individual sport, but it's also a team sport.
Yeah, or at least that's how the movie portrayed it. I don't know if it actually is
We
like
don't know.
that because I have seen some gripes, like people saying with like the crashing and stuff like that's super unrealistic. Like everyone's super respectful driving. Like there's I don't know, there's just things you do and don't do, and like what Brad Pitt did, like no one's ever doing that. I don't think on purpose.
I guess if
In
you're
real
an
life.
F1 fan, let us know in the comments if you thought this was pretty realistic or not.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that wraps it up. Definitely go see
Yeah.
the movie. We obviously both recommend
We
it.
loved it.
We can give our
At least I
ratings.
loved it. Why don't you give your rating first, Michael?
Yeah, so Letterbox, I gave this movie, get ready, 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, that's, well, Sinners I gave 4.5, so that's my second 4.5, but I only have I have less than 10 movies probably that are 4.5 or higher, or less than like 20 movies that are 4.5 or higher, so this is definitely up there for me.
And guys, what do you think I gave this?
Yeah.
This is a 10 out of a 10. 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. This is going to be a hot take, but this is my favorite movie of the year so far. I loved Sinners. I absolutely loved Sinners. That's going to be probably 2 for me, followed by Warfare at 3. But honestly, this is such a rewatchable movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun popcorn flick, and it's something that people need to go see.
Yeah. I
This
will be seeing
movie,
it again.
I will be seeing this again. Heck, I might go see it tomorrow. Who knows? But this movie, I think, is going to perform super well at the box office. It already has 155 million in globally, and it's just going to go up from
Yeah.
there.
Kind of like Sinners, like did really good their first weekend. It got a lot of attention, and I think even week 2, 3 still did good. I think F1 will be really similar.
Yeah.
And then you have Jurassic World next week.
Jurassic World, we have
Fantastic.
Superman coming out,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, all these huge summer blockbusters. I just hope this doesn't get hidden by Jurassic World, but the reviews are actually out on Rotten Tomatoes, actually starting off at a 54% for the
Ooh.
Jurassic World movie. So with that low score, I'm really wondering if F1, because they both are action movies,
Yeah.
I don't think Jurassic World was going to hurt F1
Yeah.
at the box office.
That's like a whole franchise.
Mhm.
So
I could see F1 turning into a franchise based off how the movie ends. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Now that's just me.
They
Do you
really
think?
could. Like they really could. I don't think they will.
Who
I don't
knows?
know. It just depends. Like if they want this director to do it, how much other stuff is he working on? He's
Mhm.
got the next Top Gun. They're doing. Aren't they
Top
doing
Gun
another
3,
Top Gun?
Top Gun 4, I think too.
Yeah. So I mean, how much time in between that do you have to do
Yeah,
other big $300 million movies? I mean,
honestly.
it'll be interesting. So
Yeah, go
yeah.
see this in 40x. If you
And if
can't
you
see
can't,
it,
that's fine.
see it in IMAX.
See it in 2D. See it in whatever.
You can.
You have to wait till it's probably gonna. This is an Apple TV movie, so it's probably gonna come out on Apple TV,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, that would make sense. I would imagine.
And it's
Yeah.
funny, Brad. The one obviously product placement, but like Brad Pitt's character is like all old school, but like there's so many shots of him wearing the Apple headphones. I'm just
Yes.
like, of course he's wearing Apple headphones, even though like everything else about him is like super old school.
Yeah. Living in a
Um,
van, but got his $500 Apple
yeah,
earbud or headphones.
yeah, gotta love it. Well,
But
that's it.
yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more videos. We obviously have a huge summer of blockbusters coming
Yeah,
out. So
probably Jurassic World next. We'll see. Stay tuned.
yeah, there's a lot. Who knows? But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or anything, let us know in the comments. But as always, I'm Trevor.
I'm Michael.
Have a great one.
All right, peace.